How's it going, guys? Great to see you here. Another week, another market watch, and we have seen some cards going down in price. I'm happy. This is the one thing that I was expecting to happen. Bahamut from Springfest already went down from the $3,000. It's starting to get hit by probably desperate sellers trying to get rid of it. So we might expect this card to slowly go down in price. You can see here, if I'm not mistaken, I did check the sellers last time, so it's probably the same three sellers. Now they're probably going to be fighting for who goes lower and see who sells the card first. So at least from my point that I really want to collect the cards, I'm happy to see this card going down in price, and any card should be worth more than 4 digits. That's one thing for sure. I feel like it's a little bit ridiculous, but oh well. As you can see here, all the other cards, Tin Soldier still holding on the $50 mark. Explosion, it's slowly going up and down. Probably it might hold into the $40 mark. And Heroic Entry, it's slowly going down in price. I've seen people on Facebook selling them for 25 bucks, so I expect this card to go down in price, especially now since the new Usurpation cards came out. So if you want to get your hands on Heroic Entry, you might want to wait a little bit more to see if they go down in price, or see if someone can make you a good deal. I feel like $60 for the entire playset, it's pretty good. Anyways, we see here, Folly is here, still a little bit expensive, and I kind of see why. Recently I have opened 24 packs of the promo pack where she came from, I think promo pack 5, and did not got a single one. So yeah, it shows how rare she is. Star Phoenix and Star Phoenix Evolve slowly going down in price. People are really not playing him. It does the art look. The art is pretty good looking. So if you want to collect alternate arts like I do, this card is a must grab right now. It might go down in price, but yeah. Looking at all the other promos, you can see here. Dragon Summoner, it might go up in price since it's now played in Disdain. So it's a good way to get all your cards that you need. So people might start buying those cards up. And you can see all the rest of the cards. Lucifer went from 25 bucks, if I'm not mistaken. Now it's a $12 card. And now we are going to see, this is something that I really wanted to see, the promos. Tokens for the box stoppers, the box stopper tokens. I was not expecting each one to be around $10. I was expecting $5 each, but it sounds about right. The fact that each case brings 16 boxes, and you can only have 12 different ones, so it might be a little bit hard to get your hands on the token that you want. So you can see here the fairies are $10, and the strike forms and the guard forms are around $9 to $10. So you can kind of see how. I imagine the rest of the cards might not be that expensive, but let's give it a quick look. You can see here the dragons might go down in price. Holy tigers are only 7. And let's see, don't see any bats, even though we're going to the $1 mark. And you can see here all the other promos. And let's skip to the end to see if the Bellringer Judge is still around. Flame Destroyer still has not been sold for as bad. The goals are still there. And Crystalia Tia, I have a very fun story that I actually got my hands on a set of Crystalia Tia Evolve and on base from someone. I'm just waiting for it to arrive in the mail so I can do an unboxing and give a shout out to that seller, because yeah, we actually we settled for a pretty good deal. So like I said, paying 4 digits for a card, it's a little bit too ridiculous for me. So yeah, and a card should not be worth more than 3 digits. Obviously it's an alternate art card, and it's only for worlds. It's a world exclusive card, but still, it's really out of a lot of people's budget, and it's I understand the exclusivity, but I don't know how to feel about that. People might disagree with me, but yet again, I feel like cards should not be worth more than 3 digits, unless it's that one Alice that is one of a kind. But yeah, uh, like I said, I'm very happy to get my hands on this promo, and I'm waiting to see if someone can make me a good deal on the Bellringer Judge. So yeah, moving on to the use. I'm gonna give a quick look at the use from the new set. From my case, we did pull the God pack, so we got every single UR that comes in the set. They all look amazing, especially that token that I'm going to talk a little bit in depth a little bit later. But you can see here, Israfil is a little bit ridiculous. That market price 160, but people are selling it for $500. So, probably expect that to go down in price. Same thing like the Bahamut. People will eventually want money, and they will start going to lower their prices to see if they can just get rid of the card. You can see here some of the Omen cards are listed and might slowly go down in price. The Hunter, I think it still has not been sold, but Galmux is probably the only one, and this three, Lishana, Gilneas, and Galmux is probably going to be the 3 cards that will be bought up eventually, especially since Gilneas package is super good, and it even in my decks I have splashed it in multiple decks, and Lishana is just a very good deck in general, and it's a pretty good strategy. And well, looking how people in the West really like Runecraft, we'll expect that to be bought up eventually, just like Europa right here. Let's see the other set. You can see a bunch of other cards slowly going down in price. We got Cinderella, Bahamut, and all those cards already in the less than $40 category. And going back, as I saw something very interesting, Jane the Arc, and a bunch of other cards are just slowly going down in price. Kaguya is already $40, and so on. Amelia is still going into that place where it might go down in price a little bit more, but I've seen a lot of people playing it in Usurpation. It's a little bit iffy to play it, but it's a good spot remover or Swarm to feel, so yeah. Moving on to the actual set, you can see here Annie and Grea. Like I said, people in the West really like Runecraft. They will go crazy with Runecraft stuff, and especially the high rarity cards. So just expect anything high rarity to probably be worth a lot at a certain point. You can see that with Melee Parchment leader and the Daria leader, that when they released they were super expensive, probably around the same price as Annie and Grea. We see here the fairy. If I'm not mistaken, it was listed for $500 at the beginning of this week. Still sold for $200. Only one reported sold listed, but you see here only one seller has it for $380. There were 3 more sellers, but I imagine they probably sold it to someone else. So yeah, you can see here some of the leaders are a little bit ridiculous. Same thing, Cerberus, a pretty nice looking card, and it went from 150 to 300. So, but I still see a lot of people trying to get rid of their copies for 130. So if you wanna pay less, I highly recommend going into Facebook Marketplace, and you might get your hands on it, or any Facebook page or Discord, just to start trading cards here and there, so you don't have to pay this inflated prices. Let me see, I think it's 50 cards. No, looks like they sold all their copies, but you can see here all the last listing solds are not even $200, so yeah. You can see here a bunch of other cards, Albert, all the other leaders, and the SLs. This guy finally has one reported sold, if I'm not mistaken, 2 for $34. Probably expect him to go down in price a little bit more, so yeah, a little bit sad to see, but yeah. You can see here, the Apostle of Disdain, literally a couple of minutes ago, this card was worth $13. So, yeah, this is one of those cards that probably will get inflated yet again. Recently, the last live stream, I think it was like last night, one of the Bushiroad Shadowverse ambassadors was playing this Dane, so probably might be a fan favorite from the time being, same as Egghaven. So it's probably one of those decks that a lot of people will be playing around and all this stuff. So yeah, let's see about here the second page. Give it a quick look, and you can see here Jelnice from 12 SL to 25, and so on and so forth, and she might go up in price a little bit more. Craving Splendor is one of the cards from their package. The foil is like $10. You're not guaranteed to get one foil of each like all the other sets, so yeah, it might be a little bit awkward to get around that, but yeah. And I think that's about it for the important cards. If I'm not mistaken, the Wolf that is from the Japanese package, yeah, here it is. You can see here $6 for the Evo, for the foil, even though he already comes in gold, so he's already foiled. But if you want the Shatter foil, you might want to pay a little bit extra for it. But yeah, all the other foils are slowly going down in price. Servant Usurpation, if I'm not mistaken, was around $8, so when it released, so now it's slowly going and settling down. Apostle of Craving, you can see here, it's $3, and last listing solds in here were for $2 and $3. But it might slowly go up in price, so if you want to grab your copies now before the card goes up in price and goes crazy, if you want to play the Japanese package, I highly recommend it. And now looking to a general, Agnes Takian is still $300, and you can see here what are the highest costing cards. You can see the Leuch, if I'm not mistaken here, the Sign 1, 370, and so on and so forth. Daria went down in price, if I'm not mistaken, it was like 200 and something. You can see here, it's slowly going down in price. And, well, yeah. That's probably about it for the entire market watch, and I feel like I covered every single thing that was different from my last one. So, oh, the Rico is something I was not expecting. Rico SP 275. That's something I did not expect, but yeah. Now with Glory Finder, that's the other thing. Once Glory Finder comes out, I really want to see how the market change, and I want to see the Glory Finder market, because it might be a little bit weird, but yeah. Anyway, that's about it for today's market watch. I hope you enjoy it. Subscribe if you want to see more. Subscribe if you want to see more content, and well, yeah, goodbye.